about the lack of capacities of municipalities to handle an integrated approach to coastal management. But it's interesting to put it in historical perspective, because I think it was in 2007 that the planning system in Denmark had been further decentralized, providing more responsibility to the municipalities. So are you suggesting that actually we should revert maybe this tendency and go back again to a new form of centralization?
No, but yes, yes. First, I will try just to say a few things of good governance, because this will connect it to your question too. Because when we got the water directive, and when we got the flooding directive, and when we got the focus on the climate change, all countries in Europe had to do something very good for the environment, and it was implemented in the legislation, and the resources was allocated, and they should make the plans. I would like, following Karen, that I would like to have a coastal directive. I would like to have a driver from the EU. This is one thing. When we then go to this will give the government the tools to make the legislations which could push the pressure through the system, so we will get good capacity in the municipalities allocated. We have we have lots of resources in the municipalities. It's just a question of prioritizing. And if we have climate adaptation plans, we have so much on flooding, a lot of people are working in the municipalities today with something they didn't work with for 2 years ago. Because we got a pressure from above, and then I also would like the regional, that's a little step backward, I would like the regional authorities to assist the municipalities to find out what is our asset values in this planning, what should we focus on, what should we preserve in the future, and this should be the regional. But first, I don't think anything really will happen before we get some pressure from outside. This is very human.
Yes, Per?
Just a comment about, because in principle, I don't like the debt principle coming from EU, because I think that we must be, let's say, grown up enough to make this happen, but we do not. So there's a driver missing, and perhaps that's the EU. I don't know. But you could also say that perhaps the regions here in Denmark should be giving the task and some funding to make these assessments or these management plans or whatever it's called, because as someone mentioned that if it hadn't been for SUSCOD, these municipalities, Slagelse, Lolland and also perhaps didn't talk together, even though they are at the same island. So we have to have some drivers, at least in Denmark, to make this happen, because in other municipalities they don't talk together. So I don't like the EU driver, but another driver, and that is obviously money from there somewhere.